Yep, it's working. Yes, it's working finally. Okay. Okay, so let me pull up the laptop. So okay, see what you're doing up. Okay. Okay. So hi guys. Hey Harish. Yeah, Soldier. Yes, I'm back. Yeah, the sim is back. Let me adjust the mic a bit. Hey, so yeah, hey, what's up, everyone? Okay, so hey, boss. Okay, cool. Okay, so hi guys. So I'm Sim, the one of the audio guy in DAC. Okay. So welcome you all to come to the basic workshop, and I'm very happy for the response I get. Since I initially have not planned to open the workshop, but it turns out people asking me to have one. I noticed it on Instagram a lot. So yeah, so welcome to the workshop here. So today's workshop is more to beginners, honestly, because like I want to have a very basic workshop to start off before we really start to talk about like, hey, how we gonna do some fancy vocals, fancy stuff, you know. But I think we just start for the very beginning workshop here. And this workshop is about 50% will be a bit more concept like, and 50% will be more like about the software, how to use it. Because like to me, I think it's like before I really start the workshop, I believe we have three things we need to say before I need to talk about before we really start it here. Okay. So first thing is for normally when you do recording, right? Please don't let your gear limit yourself. Just do whatever you want. Like you have a phone, use a phone. You have something like a recorder, a mini pen drive one, which I have also. My first recorder, it's kind of cute. It's about the size of pen drive. If I only have those, go ahead. 1, 2 channels, whatever. Use whatever gear you like. And don't think that your role is not important or the audio mixing is not important, because don't forget, like, yes, the artist makes the music, but we make artist music to be shared. Like we make sure everything can be shared, we make sure everything sounds good, so, and then people liking it also. So we do have a role, and trust yourself that the role is really important, and don't let the gear limit yourself. Because yeah, I know that kind of fancy here. Got the speakers, got the lights. Although some of it is not mine, I need to be honest here. But yeah, don't limit yourself. Start from the phone, record from the phone, sing in the phone, then just go in, and then try to do some magic trick in it. Okay, so please don't let the gear and the people around you limit you down. Just do whatever you like. Okay, for your audio stuff. Okay, and secondly is like for the software things, right? For most of the effect I had, I need to say talk a bit, because one of the most common problem I had when people asking me like, hey, what is this effect for? What is this for? Can I use this? Can I use that? What is EQ? I mean, it's like, hey guys, stop it. Don't need to think that complicated, because to me, right, most of the effect, no matter it's beginner or intermediate or even advanced, to me, I just treat it as only two kind of effects. Normally, it only does two jobs, the best. Okay. Firstly, is the gain control. So for those don't know what is the gain means that the amount of power of the loudness of the signal you feed it into your computer. Okay, so control. Okay, so gain control. So basically, is effect that allows you to control the volume of the voice. Okay, no matter is in an easy way, example, just control the frequency or the pitch, or just make it sound fuller or distorted or whatever. They're all just gain control. So it's about 70% of it. It's all just gain control, and another 30, right? Mostly is noise generator. So noise generator, what I mean is like, example, like I'm in that room now, okay? So it sounds like that room. But why it wasn't sounds like I'm really in front of you, although I'm far? Because firstly, obviously I'm far away from camera, okay? Why I don't sound near a camera, obviously, okay? And secondly, it's the echo in the deck room make me sound like I'm in the deck room, okay? So it is like you call the plugin to generate a noise for you, a certain kind of noise, and feed it in. Okay, so something like a reverb, it means the echo generators, like distortion, like some kind of distortion, like those electric guitar, those progressive metal, or sometimes it's just something like a more alternative rock. You know, in their guitar riff, you hear that, hey, why it wouldn't sound like acoustic or wouldn't sound like proper guitar? Yeah, because they're using a device that generate a certain kind of noise they want, and then they mix it in. Okay, so that 30% normally is just a noise generator. So just think like this, like most of the effect is just gain control and the noise generator. And I believe that with these two idea, right, these two basic idea, okay, I think most of the problems or thinking like, oh, what is the effect for? Should I use this? Should I use that? I think it will like save like half of the time. Okay, save about half of the time, so you don't need to worry too much about it later on. Okay, and last thing, I think this is I'm gonna have some kind of disclaimer or something like that. Okay, so it's like today I will show all the settings, or like how my doings for the recording. Like I will show the screen when I turn myself, look at the monitor. Okay, so I will show all the settings, all the controls, and my project file. Like basically it's everything already. It's pure raw how I does it. Okay, so before so although today, right, you can like do all the things, all the stuff that you want. You can just copy my settings, but honestly, right, I can't say you can't copy. You can copy, but I hope that during the time when you try to take my setting or whatever, you can learn something a bit, 1 or 2. Because this workshop will be kind of long for beginners. 1.5 hours for beginners is kind of long for this masterclass or workshop. But honestly, right, you can take my settings, you can copy it a bit, but I hope that after you learn 1 or 2 of the concept, I hope that you can do it your own style. Because like your style is the most important thing here, right? Although audio engineering here or the mixing part is like a mixed bag, it's like a 50% art, like my opinion on how should I make it sound like, but another 50% is a technical part of you. So it's like it's a mixture of your knowledge with the thing that you have, and also another half is your style on how you deal with different kind of music. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about it. Cause like yeah, this mostly a workshop about. So let me show you my screen, and I'm gonna talk a bit about what we're gonna do today. For what like I give you a small background of how the recording was done, and I show you step by step of some basic concept. Then you can stick with it. Don't worry. I do notice like 80% they are 80% of the, according to the form, about 80% are purely student or some even like YouTubers. Welcome videographers. Welcome all of those. Okay, so yeah, don't worry about it. Today's concept it won't be that hard. Okay, so let's dive in, I guess. Okay. So yeah, I think I accidentally closed my laptop here, so I need to start again. Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, all of these are live. I'm not doing something pre-recorded, which I'm not a fan of it. But don't worry, man. Okay, let's go. So yeah, so this is my screen here. So before we start, right, let's open the file and let me show you what we're gonna do today. Okay. So today's program that you use today mostly is the digital audio workstation is Audition. Okay, so you may ask like what is DAW or digital audio workstation? So from the words workstation, it already says that it's a station that works. So let you work. So workstation. So digital audio workstation is more like a soft video editing software that allows you to edit audio. So it's like rather than like Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro that let you edit videos, it's more like you only can edit audio in some case here. Okay. For that, so this is the software I will use today. But for those looking for free software, I do recommend for Windows users. I do recommend something called BandLab, CatWalk by BandLab. Okay? I tried this software before. Yeah, it's obviously way better than Audition. For those are looking not only for free but a certain kind of like settings. Why it's better? Because like the overall interface for the setting is more user friendly for beginners, and they have one specific function that only like Audition won't have forever. It's called something called MIDI. MIDI is a musical instruments format that allows you to plug in something like keyboard, let you compose and making effects on it, so you can play a physical keyboard and then it record it real time. Okay, for that function, no, the software that I use, I don't have that function specifically because I don't really need that function most of the time, and I rely more on mixing and mastering. That's why I don't use it. But why I use Audition is because I just used to it. Like honestly, right, DAW is just like a few options that you can try out, so you don't need to limit yourself what kind of software you want to use. Okay, there's a lot other more options like Cubase, FL, Ableton. Just use every of it, honestly. Okay, let me see the video. Oh, hi Raf and hi Saki Tag. Oh, Mohan, yeah, hey Mohan. So yeah, okay, so for the software, right, you can just use CatWalk. And for Mac user, right, honestly, for Mac user, GarageBand is good enough. Okay, GarageBand is good enough for Mac user. I tried before on Mac. I do borrow my friend's Mac, and honestly, it's good enough. Like they already got most of the function, and it's even way more user friendly than Audition. Cause like, I mean, it's a Mac, famous for being user friendly, and besides, right, the Mac itself is quite, for most of the function, right, I think it's good enough from the paid version. The free version, it's called GarageBand, already got all the function from Logic. Okay, Logic Pro X is the paid version of it. To me, right, for beginners, GarageBand is good enough. I don't think you need something more fancy for that. And it already got instruments, got MIDI, everything you need, even auto-tune. You see, it's free. So yeah, so for Mac user, if you want for free, just go to the App Store. I mean, use 5 fingers swipe back up, and then just open up Store and then go for GarageBand. It's free. It's free, and it's identical with Audition. It just looks a bit more fancier than Audition. Okay, even teach you how to play piano. That's fancy. Okay, so yeah, DAW. This is how the software I recommend for those are looking for DAW. Okay, so let's open a basic project file first. Okay, so you may ask, like, what is a project file? So a project file is more like, sorry, let me adjust the camera. It's a bit blurry. I don't know why, but yeah, sorry, man. Come back. So yeah, so project file. What is a project file? Okay, so a project file, you just imagine like a paper, a white piece of paper that allows you to put anything that you want. Something like, okay, maybe you want to draw a painting about you being lonely in your room because of COVID. So your room, you may have like cupboard, junk food being open on the table, and then the bed. So you draw all of those. So drawing individual element is the component, and when you color it on every component you have, it's like you're putting effects on it. And when people look at it, it's a whole one picture rather than it's a separated individual file. So it's more like something like, okay, example, I want to sing with a ukulele. Okay, so I use one mic for record the ukulele and one mic to record my voice, and later and then I do some magic trick in it. But you may ask like why we need to do separated recording. One answer: control. Control, just all. Because if you can separate out all the files, all the stuff you have, right? Then I believe you have better control. And because of that, so I don't think that will be an issue afterwards. Okay, that's why I more prefer to separate it out first. Okay, so today, okay, this is for project class. Okay. So the recording today we will do is a podcast season. It's called Bedroom Sound. You can just go to Spotify. I think the YouTube link. You can just go to the YouTube link, which I don't know where it is honestly. I don't know where it is already. Oh well, whatever. So you can just go to use your Spotify. You can go to 𝐏𝐶 Spotify. By the way, the school internet is so fast. I need to use my phone internet. So if a bit laggy, please forgive me here. I try my best. You sure everything smooth out. Okay, so if you type 𝐏𝐶, there's 𝐏𝐶. If you go all the way down, there should be a student shout out here, bedroom sound. Okay. Oh, I don't need to play that. So yeah, so this is bedroom sound. Okay, so the cover name is someone to you by the banners. Okay, so how it begins, the whole recording. It's actually surprising though. It's like because during the time when 𝐏𝐶 just started last year, I and Denise just like I said to Denise, hey, if it's possible, right? How about we having a recording season with like the student here performing, like that we record their performance a bit like a BBC Radio live launch, Radio 1 live launch. Then we also record the interview season after they perform or before they perform, and then we put it in one big track. And Denise like, hey, that's a good idea. So she like looking for people for doing it, because like during the time when you build out, right, nothing is complete yet. Most of the time we're still arranging. So we are like, hey, Denise like, hey, I have a very small acoustic band called Bedroom Sound. Like, bedroom sound, okay. Hear the words, right? Okay, bedroom sound. And like, how they gonna do? Use their own songs? And they're like, no, we're gonna do. They were gonna make a cover. I'm like, okay, is this a good cover? And she's like, definitely it's a good cover. Okay, cool. And then it's all just started. So bedroom sound, like during the time for the recording season, is more like this. So the setup is quite easy. Like it's just a guitar, I think, and the cajon I think is called Esther if I'm not mistaken. And this is Vina, I guess. Let's look at my notes. Yeah, Vina. So it's Vina. Okay, so in that room, which is the place we are here now, honestly. So from here, I like so if I'm not mistaken, like the performance is quite amazing. During the time, the performance is quite amazing. So yeah, we just use it. I think we only take 2 times. They're really good. The first time it's just some minor problems, and the second time, wow, it sounds like awesome, you know, really good. And we just all perform in that room. So yeah, that's why. And let me open the file from the laptop. Is someone asking questions? Oh no. Oh yeah, by the way, honestly, for those that are watching here, I notice it's like 20 something people here. I know it's not a lot, but if you have questions, anything, just type in the Q&A. I have a laptop here charging and running YouTube 24/7. I will try my best to look for questions. Don't shy to ask, honestly. Okay, so yeah, bedroom sound. Let me check. Let me open up the notes, just in case I forgot something here. Okay, so this is how it begins. And you may ask like, how everything was being recorded. So firstly, right, there is if I'm not mistaken, like we use about only 4 mics, 4 of them. One for vocal, one for guitar, one for cajon, another one is just for room ambience. And during the interview, they individually people have like 4 mics for themselves. So yeah, this all just started. The recording just started like this. Okay. So okay, so when you got the project file, like for this one, I already a bit arranged, cut and clean up a bit, because like to me, I think they still need some a slightly amount of polish. But yeah, this is all the files that we have here. Okay. So what I've done is like, because the recording season for the broadcast and the music is separated, so we split it two. Okay. So for now, if you look at here, right, you will see there's a lot of lines. You're like, wow, so many colors. Yeah, colors. Definitely. Like, do you know like every colors here actually means per track? Okay, so this is what the project file really means here now. Okay, so it's like, example, like you see a lot of tracks. Like this one rectangle with one color means one track. One track. So it's like one row have like one track here. And for like, so a project file that allows you to put more than one track and do magic on it is called a multi-track. Why? Is because it's multiple track like this. There's a lot of tracks. Okay, and when we record, right, it's not always like this organized, because sometimes you may want to add some sound. So you can just open the sound and drag and drop it. See it? Drag, drop it. So you can add another sound file. So from the left to the right, just wait like this. Okay. And after we put all the tracks right together, the first thing actually we need to do is we need to check a track. What do I mean is that we need to check it, like, is the every file is like, do we have the files that we're expecting? And secondly is like, do we know what kind of sound it is, or is the track we want to use? Okay, headphones. So why we need to do this? Because like when we mix and master. Oh yeah, mix. So yeah, the mixing part is like we're putting everything together, we adjust it, the volume, okay? And before we even want to start to mix, we need to know what sound it is, what it is for, what is the purpose of it, you know? So normally when we start it, we need to hear the individual channel, okay? So let's listen the broadcast season. Honestly, originally when it's haven't tuned, right, it's okay, it's usable.
I have no idea. Whenever they had Spotlight, the last Spotlight before this, so basically I'm the one who formed the band. Hey.
Do you mind sharing the story behind that?
I was walking back from a 9 a.m. class on a Monday, super tired, didn't get enough sleep, and I walked past the essay circle. And then, you know, the Spotlight people were there. They were trying to get people to sign up.
So yeah, so originally the track is already quite good when I record it. And you may ask like, hey, if the track originally is that good, if my track is not as good as this, can I still work on it? Yes, but there's a hardcore reality is, as the mix, when you're mostly focused on mixing, you have a really high chance, like about 50% of the chance, that you don't have the opportunity to record and mix and master yourself everything. Like you only have a certain, like only you have that certain kind of, like you like mostly when you want to make, like people can, hey Sim, can you help me mix a track, make it funky? I'm like, sure. And if you got something like that, there's a 50% chance, right? You don't have even a chance to do the recording. You only get the audio track, and then you need to do your best for whatever you have. But if you have the chance to record yourself, then sure, then you consider it's quite opportunate that you can do it, record yourself. And when you record yourself, make sure that the things that you're recording is decently usable. Example, like if it's like you want to, like, maybe you want to sing in the bathroom, and then you want the recording sounds like in the bathroom, but the echo is too much, people can't hear your voice. Okay, something like that. Or something like when you're singing in your bedroom, but suddenly your roommates came in and they make a big bang while you're singing. Okay, and you hear all the artifacts, or you can't hear even yourself in the recording, honestly, please retake it. But it doesn't mean you can't use it. You're just really wasting wasting a lot of time. I tried before. It's not worth your time. So if you have a luxury to record yourself, you have the opportunity to control the recording, not even mixing yet. Please make sure that this is decent enough to use before you even start to mix. And that's why it is quite lucky that performers only needs to have two takes. Like some of the track in NTV, right? It takes more than 5. Some I even take like 2 seasons. So it's really, it's really fun, honestly, but tiring. But at the same time, you need to make sure that the track is usable. You don't need a lot of track, by the way. You only have 2 tracks. 2 tracks. You have one, it's fine. But the thing is that if you can have more, and you can have more options, go ahead. Just do those. Just go ahead and then hoping everything works. Honestly. This is so cool. Oh, thanks, Shara. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I saw the YouTube, by the way. Okay. So let's see what we have here. So from what I remember here, it's 4 tracks. So let's listen it one by one and then redo. So how I do mixing, or how do I make sure everything sounds good? So the first thing I always do is that I listen the track individually and I check what is the problem they have first. Let me show you what I mean, okay? So it's like, okay, I have the mighty magnifier here. So let me magnify. Oh, by the way, if you can't hear me, just let me know, because sometimes the internet is bad, I need to set it again, but yeah. So example, like this is the first track. Like, for now, if I play like this, oops, sorry. Oh my god, the magnifier function is weird. So if I click play,
and I just wanted to go to my bed and sleep. Okay. So I just signed up.
But
so
if
that
I
they would
choose
stop
something
talking
like,
to me.
like
and then I
see
went
this
to
S
sleep.
button?
I woke up and then I remembered what I did.
The S button means solo.
Like,
it means like it says that, hey,
I need like
I want to please play only this track. Don't play other things in it.
We need to find someone who plays a guitar.
So
and then we actually asked Kevin first.
We did.
And then Kevin goes like,
so
I don't even play
like
the guitar. I'm like, you play so many instruments, you don't play guitar.
So not
so
okay.
then we
asked
Angela, and
so
Angela's
you only
the
have
perfect
one
fit for us.
or something like. So example like this side, like there's a lot of talking.
Recording what we sound like before they can actually approve.
Yeah, you put solo, right?
Yeah, like an audition
Like the talking part for the other people is way softer, but you only have the part of the people just talking in this channel or this
It sounded like
sound.
Barney and Friends.
Yeah,
you see?
she wasn't.
Like Barney and Friends, you see? So yeah, that's why. So we need to isolate the track. Normally we isolate the individual channel and we analyze it one by one. And how I analyze it is purely from just thinking like this. Like example, you are singing with a guitar. So obviously you want people just listen you singing with the singing and also the sound of the guitar. You don't want something like the noise from the aircon. You don't want the noise from like your parents kick the door. I don't know why. Anything possible. Can't say your parents, but yeah, you get what I mean. Okay, I'm sorry here, but yeah. Or you have something like someone upstairs bang the wall hard, and then you can hear the banging on the top. For those living in J, you know what I mean. So yeah, you will have. You don't want those noises, right? You don't want those things annoy you. So because of that, so we need to decide to remove that. Yeah, that's how I analyze it. It really depends on how I want or how I don't want. Okay, so let's listen to the first track first, which is from Vina. Okay, so let's listen.
Ooh. I have no idea. I can't even whenever they had Spotlight, the last Spotlight before this. So basically, I'm the one who formed the band. Hey. I was walking back from a 9 a.m. class on a Monday, super tired, didn't get enough sleep, and I walked past the 𝐏𝐨𝐬𝐭𝐬 circle, and then the Spotlight people were there. They were trying to get people to sign up, and I just wanted to go to my bed and sleep. So I just signed up so that they would stop talking to me, and then I went to sleep. I woke up, and then I remembered what I did. I made a mistake. I called Esther, and I was like, "Yo."
So yeah, it's how it sounds, and to me, right, from the recording, originally, it's quite good already. The sound is clear. I can hear what she's saying loud and clear. There's no annoyance. There's no one do some weird stuff, make a track unusable. There's no buzzing. So the whole track is good. Okay, basically the whole track is quite good already. But remember, like what I say is that what I want the track like. Yeah, I want the track sounds more like a live radio sound, because it needs to. This track, if I'm not mistaken, we put it in not FM live, so we need to make it sound like a radio. Okay, so this is when the effects kick in. Okay, so the first effect I will introduce to you all for beginners, like for those who really don't have clue at all. It's something called a compressor. Okay, what is a compressor? Let me show you what I mean here. So let me take a track, like a portion of it, and let me make a sound like this. So okay, so here is a waveform. Okay, so a waveform, and you may remember the first thing I said, like in very early intro, I said that all the effects I use, to me, is only a gain control and a noise generator. Okay, so here's what is the. Let me show you what I mean. So let's hear this part. Something like she talked quite soft but loud at the same time. Like this part. Let's listen this part. Yeah. So let's listen.
The last spotlight before this. So basically, I'm the one who formed the band. Hey. I was walking back.
So yeah, to me, right, the track is good, but if you ask me how to perfect it or polish it, I think the first thing we can do is like we need to make sure the sound, like, cause like yeah, it sounds neutral, it sounds realistic, but I don't think it's full. To me, it sounds empty, it sounds lonely, it sounds like really it's not polished. Okay, so what I will do, the first thing is we will use something called a compressor. Okay, you may ask us what is a compressor. So a compressor is an effect that allows you to, there is a plugin that helps you to adjust the volume that you set. So examples like, if you have something like the part is soft, right? The sound is really soft, then it will help you to boost the loudness until the loudness that you set, the loudness level that you set. Okay? And if something is too loud, it will reduce the volume and then make sure it fits in the same loudness. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. So here is without the effects, so you
The
can
last
do it.
spotlight before this. So basically, I'm the one who formed the band. Hey. I was walking back.
So since it's a radio, right? Okay, we just ignore the part at the bottom here first, because I think this part, I don't think that we should tackle it, but we just use the preset here, and then this is the broadcast. Let me magnify it here. Like you see there's a broadcast section. We make it sound like radio. Let me show you. So this is without the effect. Let me select it. This is without the effect.
The last spotlight before this. So basically, I'm the one who formed the band. Hey.
And this is with the effect.
I was walking back. The last spotlight before this. So basically, I'm the
So without the effect again.
one who formed the band. Hey.
And this is the part with the effects.
I was walking back. The last spotlight before this.
So you see, it's like tremendously louder, and it sounds like a radio to me. Like it's more like a radio voice. Like you can hear it in Hits FM, or for Singaporeans it will be Class 95, or for Malaysian Chinese community it will be IFM. Yeah, it sounds more like that. Okay, let me show you how it does. So one is louder. Let me apply it. Notice something here. This is without effect. This is with the effect. So the first thing you'll notice, right, the waveform is way louder. What I mean is like this is the whole like the waveform graph. Let me close this one so it won't be. So this is the whole waveform graph. This is a bit mathematics. So hold it there. But don't worry, there's not a lot of mathematical stuff. It's just the basic statistic, really basic. It's a primary, secondary school level PMR. Okay, so the x-axis means time. You notice that then this red thing go on, it will play continuously. The times move on, and the y-axis here means volume. Okay, it means like how loud it is or how much the gain is. So the higher it is, the louder it is. Okay, so so vice versa is the smaller it is in the y-axis, the softer it is. Okay, so let me show you before. So before here, right, you can see there's a dramatic amount of effect, like loudness, like it's dramatically changing the sound. Like this one is really loud, like ha ha ha. I think.
I was walking back.
Yeah, I'm walking back. So this one's very loud, but like, and when she reads and says that I'm the one supposedly formed the band.
Formed the band. Hey hey.
Yeah, this one.
Okay, I'm the one who formed the band. Hey hey hey.
Hey, you see? So yeah, this is the soft part. Okay. Oh, happy to see you here. Normalization. Yes, a bit of normalization, kind of, but normalization is just control the volume only. Let me show you later. I will answer in Q&A more a bit. Train building. Yes, I'm really in that room. It's the real life. Okay. So yeah, that's why. Okay. So obvious. So this is before, like there's a soft and the loud part. But if we do it, like put the compressor in, you see that it's dramatically changed the sound. So if you play here,
Basically, I'm the one who formed the band. Hey hey hey. I was walking back.
yeah. So
Basically,
it
I'm the one
sounds
who
more like
formed the band. Hey hey hey.
the loudness is more like radio. You see?
I was walking back.
So so this is what a compressor does. You can say it's normalize the sound and change the sound, but to me, like compressor is not only just level up the. I mean, it's like yes, like for now to easier to for beginners, we normally say we will normalize the sound, and for those, I mean, yeah. So you just remember as like to control adjust the volume for the threshold that you set. Yeah, threshold the word. So it's a hold it like
This. So basically, I'm the one who formed the band. Hey hey hey.
So yeah, so this is what a compressor does. So let's go back to the original track. So yeah, because to me it's quite clean enough already.
Hi.
So I just put a compressor. So I just put.
Are you okay? Did you have something?
It's okay. It always was quite a
Put it
recent
up here so it's
trend.
faster. So here is without. So here is without.
I have no idea. I can't even remember. Whenever they had spotlight.
And this is the one with effect.
The last spotlight before this. So basically, I'm the one who formed the band. Hey hey hey. I was walking back from a 9 a.m. class on a Monday, super tired, didn't get enough sleep, and I walked past the essay circle, and then the spotlight people.
So yeah, basically this is for a compressor. This is what a compressor does for really beginner. I mean, if I can't say beginner, but for those, don't know what is this. This is what a compressor does. Okay, so after I listen after with effects, I'm quite happy with it. So I just leave it. Don't need to add much if you don't need it. So just keep it in. With a compressor, you slap it and you're like, hey, it's good enough. Then you just leave it. Just leave it. Just don't do any more adjustment if you're happy about it. Okay, so let's listen to the second one. So I think so. Here. Okay, so obviously one problem, like I can't even hear what she's trying to talk. I can't listen to her what she's trying to talk. I can hear it, but I can't really know what she's trying to say. So to me, it's like, so if you can't listen what people are trying to say, the first thing obviously to just boost the volume. Okay, so there's two ways to boost the volume audition. Either from the mixer knob, which is here, or you can adjust it from bottom here, which I can show you. look closely, right? Here's the volume here. You see? So yeah, that's this is the volume knob, and this is here also the volume knob. The only difference is the volume knob here is only let you control one part. Do you notice it? Like only changes happening is just this part. The part we cut here doesn't exist. It won't boost it. But if we adjust the volume knob here, it means we change the whole volume in the whole channel, you know, the whole channel. So it's it's a bit it's a bit different. Yeah, but me I more prefer to adjust it here because like the sound at the back is a bit loud to me at the back here.
I'm Angela. We're bedroom sounds.
At the time when they do the bedroom sound, they try to introduce themselves. To me, it's quite loud, so I choose just to adjust this part. And how much I boost it? I boost it with my ear. I adjust it according with just one loudest track for broadcast. So, example, this one from Vina is quite loud, so I just turn on both. It means only playing these two tracks, and I adjust the volume accordingly. So I just play it, and I just slowly until I have it. Let me show you here. So it's like, oh, sorry, take a picture. Yep, it went to take a picture. This alright.
Stress. Wow, it's so stressful, man. Like, oh, you have no idea like how much I took uni for granted. I feel.
There is no light at the end.
At the end of the
So yeah, to me it's loud enough already. So let me adjust the second one. Second one.
Oh yeah.
It was so hard to find a place to practice.
This is transport as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just like break into a classroom anymore.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. We didn't break into the
don't call us
classroom.
out.
So yeah, so that's how much I adjust it, pre-adjust it. And you may ask like, hey, see, why you need to pre-adjust it? Because like if you don't pre-adjust it now, later when you put the effect, it will be worse. So it's the same thing I say just then is, make sure the track is ready, or you know what's the problem with it before you adding the effects, you know. Because like if you don't treat the problem and you just put the effects on together, the artifact will being magnified with your effect. I can show you more later, but for now we just show the easier part here. So as same, we add the compressor first, because to me there's main two problems to me. Firstly, it's already quite soft. Just like I boost the volume, it still sounds very soft, although I can hear some words now. And secondly, it's quite not polished. It's still very raw. And besides, I can't boost more because here, like let me show you what I mean. Like let me take you this part, and then I boost it. Like yeah, we can like so. You may ask like, hey Sim, okay, can I just boost the volume? Just boost it, like just boost it and then just adjust to the same volume. Okay. Let me show you what will happen if you just boost it. So this is the original.
Like at the end of the tunnel, you see a bit of light, and then you know like that's like.
Then I adjust to the volume until I like, which is so if I
before you get employed and.
Yeah, so
then, like at the end of the tunnel, you see a bit of light, and then you know like.
Yeah, so to me it's good enough. And then if you over boost it, or like if you still can't hear it in some other part, because this part you can hear it, but if you can't hear the other part and you still boost it, and guess what happens?
Like at the end of the tunnel, you see a bit of light, and then you know like that's like before you get.
You hear the annoying sound? You got?
Like at the end of the tunnel, you see a bit of light, and then you know like that's like.
It sounds like people shouting in megaphone, and then the megaphone is dying. It's like they thought that people can't hear your volume, and you still keep shouting in the megaphone, and then yeah, it sounds like that. So what you listen for the annoying megaphone effect is called distortion.
At the end of the tunnel, you see a bit of light.
It's distortion. It means that, and why it happens is because when here, yeah. So do you notice the knob here, dB? So normally when we do the math, the y-axis, we can put how high we want. We can adjust the y-axis until the level that we think is the highest point, and then we leave some space in the y-axis. But in audio world, this is not the case. In audio world, there's a limit. There's a a limited amount of signal or gain, you can push it. So you cannot just simply just push the volume, or else you will get the distortion signal. And if you do that without saying the previous version of backup, the sound will be there forever, and the sound will be destroyed forever. It will stay with you for life. Yeah, forever. You can't do anything. So that's why we cannot just boost the gain. So you may think that, okay, like so Sim is just saying, you say is that boost until you can hear, you're okay with it. And if the track is still too soft, alright, how much I still to make sure the other track won't be distorted? Good question. So when you boost the track and you listen to the softer part, right?
So I just signed up so that they would stop talking to me, and then
So notice that the higher part here also being increased, the volume being increased at the same time?
I went to sleep. I woke up, and then I remembered what I did. I made a mistake. I called Esther and I was like, yo, I need like...
So yeah, so it's like we boost, so when we boost it until we can hear the softer part or the louder part, and then when we boost it, we also need to make sure we won't overdoing something like this, like over it, like this. We can do it like this, but you see, ear rape. It's just ear rape. So that's why we only boost until the signal that we think good enough, and then we just leave it there, and then we analyze again and see what is the problem with the track. Yep, sorry for internet, just then, it's soft. Okay, so this is how it does. So we boost it here and then we listen some parts of it.
Hi.
Hey, what's good?
Are you okay? Did you have...
And if you think that the first track is quite annoy you, you can just uninstall it and then you just hear the individual track.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's good?
Are you okay?
I'm good, man.
So yeah, to me it's like her voice is okay, her sound is okay.
Hey, what's good?
So good.
Are you okay?
And then let's listen to the part that she's talk a bit louder like me.
We're final year students. We're stressed. Some music would have definitely helped quite a lot.
So yeah, so you can hear that overall the sound is alright, and I don't think we need too much adjustment. We just need to boost the signal by put some the radio sound effect, which is a compressor, and maybe we put the compressor, maybe it's still not loud enough. So let's see if it's loud enough. So I already have the compressor. Turn it up. The same thing. Just then I click from here. This one is for the whole track. So when you're doing an individual one, you can just put the effect rack. You see the word effect rack? Yeah, got it. Effect rack. You go from here. I click this arrow, and it means effect. And just click. Like this is the whole rack. This one depends on what kind of effects you use. So from the Audition default, you just click amplitude and multiband compressor, and yeah, you just jump off. So the same thing again. So let's pull the radio voice and radio effect, which I mean here there are other kinds of effect, but the difference is like how they do the reduction of the volume. Sorry Brian, sorry, but this is what happens when you overboost it. Sorry man. And no ear rap. Yeah, I mean my bad. I take note on that, okay? My bad, sorry. But so yeah, so like yeah, you can say it's normalization, but it's more so you can like yes, it's reduce the loud voice and increase the volume of soft wave together, but how much you want to reduce, what kind of sound it will change, it depends on the setting here. But this setting is a bit let's dive in from the preset, because the preset is easy for me for lazy person also. So let's put broadcast because it sounds like radio. So yeah.
So stressful, man. Like, oh, you have no idea like how much I took uni for granted. I feel. That like at the end of the tunnel, you see a bit of light, and then you know like that's like before you get.
So yeah, it sounds good to me, but is this good enough? So how I know the compressor is already sound? So normally it sounds good in one track, it's good. But afterwards, right, we need to make sure it sounds in the whole thing also. So what I do is I will open up the channel that I already set up already, and I just play it together at the same time. Like this part, but it's quite soft.
I have no idea. I can't even. Whenever they had Spotlight, the last Spotlight before this. So basically, I'm the one who formed the band. Hey. I
Like, notice something, like you can't even hear Angela is talking at all. Like if I put it individual, you still can hear it.
No, I think
whenever they had.
yeah.
Notice that? So this is the next effect or the weapon that we have when we have a problem that hey, I already boost the volume. I already used the effect, but it's still not loud enough. What can I do? Okay, so we need something called a limiter. Okay, so limiter is more like, let me find a softer part. I think she talked here. Angela talked somewhere here. Okay, so you just imagine compressor is a angel and the limiter is a demon. What I mean, it's like, let's put it here and then we
Hey, what's good?
So it's soft. Yeah. So let's put a hard limiter. I mean video editor might know what is a limiter is. From the video editor I know, they know compressor limiter, but it's a bit different here. So limiter. So you can see from here there's a multiple. So there's 4 options. Yeah. But today we only focus these 2. The maximum amplitude and the input boost. Ahead time, release time, we'll throw it away for today, but we just focus on the other 2. Let me adjust my magnifier. Sorry, I'm still new for the magnifier. Okay. So what it does for the maximum compressor is a gain control that adjusts the volume accordingly for what you set. Limiter is a effect that will cut off all the sound after you reach to a certain point. Okay, let me show you. Like example, when you hear it. Oh, take a picture again. Sorry. So example, here is the effect. Okay, so when we try to boost it.
Hey, what's good?
Are you okay?
I'm good, man.
So it increases the sound, but let me show you what is the minimum maximum amplitude. It's like maximum amplitude is more like a threshold in a compressor. So compressor normally will reduce it or increase it for you, but limiter just throw it away, just cut it off. So let me show you.
Hey, what's good?
You see, you can't hear it more because the limit was set on. So
It's like really awkward in interviews. It's completely fine.
So yeah. So for the maximum amplitude and the input boost, there must be a certain amount of balance with it. Okay, you cannot either put too much, you boost the volume, and then just cut it off in the very soft thing. Yeah, you can, but there's a limitation. Like you will make it sound
what's
distorted
good?
like this.
Are you okay?
It sounds like telephone calls in the radio shows, and then just put it back on the radio, which I don't think I want that effect.
Hey, what's
I
good?
reduce it. And then I allow the limiter to be smoother. Like this.
I'm good, man.
So,
Hey, what's good?
Are you okay?
I'm good, man.
It's okay. It always starts like really.
so yeah, to me it sounds good like this. So let me show the cut thing. Like after. So let's remember that we increase the volume for this one, which is 26.1. Just put that if we increase the volume without limiter, it still works.
Hey, what's
Or we make it more dramatically, something like I think 15. Okay, something like 17.4. If we boost it to
Hey, what's
17.4.
good?
See, it's already red here. And we try to boost even more. Ear rape warning. Okay?
Hey, what's good?
Are you okay?
Yeah, it sounds very weird. It sounds so ugly, honestly. So yeah. So how about we boost it a bit more, like something like 30 like this.
Are you okay?
I'm good.
It always starts like really awkward.
So yeah, so do you see this? Do you see something is gone here on the top? Do you notice it? It means that for the limiter effect, in order to boost it without cracking the volume or make it sound distorted, they just cut off the signal that is too loud overall.
Hey, what's good?
Are you okay?
So yeah.
Hey, what's good?
So this is how a limiter works. So normally I just read a limiter. So a limiter is more like if the demon that you say that, hey, help me to fix this. The demon is like, no, do it yourself. I don't care about you. And then you just throw everything away and then you left this, the crappy stuff. But if you go for a compressor, which is an angel, you're like, oh, don't worry, let me make it more beautiful, okay? Let me handle this, let me care for you. You know? So the compressor will help you adjust it, okay? And you may ask, like, why limiter? Why we just don't use a compressor? Because, like, yes, although the compressor adjusts the volume for you, but there's a certain amount of limitation they can help you with. It's like, you have something to do, but you can't help much in the end. You can't do much in the end. So you can't do more. Got it? So this is why we need a combination of compressor and limiter. Because like compressor make it let us easy. Because like compressor adjusts the loudest and the softest voice at the same time to almost the same level. So when we increase the volume with a limiter, then you'll be a less sound will being thrown away. Because like everything seems the same, it's like a rectangle, so when you increase it, everything seems perfect and polished. I think this is why it sounds good. So let me show you after I put the limiter. So this is the part without a limiter. So this I play again, and this is without the limiter.
Since I have no idea. I can't even whenever they had Spotlight, the last Spotlight before this. So basically.
So yeah, one can't hear her sound, right? But if we put a limiter, which I already preset it, yeah, like from what I does is the same thing. I use my ear and I decide how much I want to boost. So this is my settings. Normally, like the threshold, I normally recommend people set at 0.1, and for a final like release, we put 0.3. But individual channel 0.1, and boost is really depends how much you want to boost. It really depends. So let me show you with effect.
Since I have no idea.
I think
Whenever they had Spotlight,
Yeah, like I can hear it slightly more. Or let me show you something that she talks a bit more. In this part.
get people to sign up.
Hey, what's good?
Are you okay? Did you have something?
I'm good, man.
It's okay. It always starts like really awkward.
So yeah, so this is the one without this with the effect. And let me turn off the effect without the limiter.
Yeah, welcome back, guys. Thank you for showing up.
Hey,
Hi.
what's good?
Are you okay? Did you have something?
I'm good, man.
It's okay.
And this is with the effect. Listen carefully when you say it's like, hey guys, it just sounds good. Listen carefully with the part when she say that.
So, yeah, welcome back, guys. Thank you for showing up.
Hi.
Hey, what's good?
Are you okay? Did you have something?
Like you see, like to me it sounds more balanced. It sounds more stick together. It's like they are really in a one room. And they are really together, which indeed they're really together, honestly. So yeah, I think that's about it for the Angela channel. And let's listen to the third one. So the third channel, I think it's from Esther. The Esther is using a handheld, which is a mic that you sing like in the karaoke. It is good, but there's something wrong. Okay, to me, if I remember, the volume itself originally is not good enough. Okay, Lisa, I think
Hi, we're good. Yeah.
you
glad
can't
to be
even hear
back.
her. You can't even hear her. Let me put a louder voice.
Yeah. And so we needed like sort of a band name,
So first thing first, definitely increase the volume until I can hear it before adding effect.
and I suggested Vina and Friends, but that didn't pass well with Vina. She was, yeah, so she wasn't having it. And then because our first ever recording was in my bedroom, and then she was like, "Why don't we just go with like bedroom sounds?" And then I was like, "Don't you think? Yeah, people are gonna get the wrong impression. Yeah."
So, to me, the first impression is a bit noisy. What I mean noisy is like there's a slight buzzing sound, just a slightly buzzing sound. That's the first thing. And to me, for podcast, I more prefer to eliminate some sound and then, but you can eliminate most of the noise. It's like, yeah, I cut off the noise a lot, but it lost some sound. But yeah, I don't mind. For podcast, I don't really mind. Okay, so for this part, I don't really care for really cutting the noise later. But I do notice like there's some problem too. Listen to this part.
Hi, we're good. Yeah, glad to be back.
Hear the popping, like nice to be back.
Glad to be. Yeah, glad to be back.
Hear the pop sound, a boom.
To be back.
This distortion we call it popping. Okay, so what it means that when we talk, right? Like example, like if we like let me do something here, very easy. Sorry, I must take out the mask this time to do this. Okay, don't worry, I'll keep it well. Okay. So when you try to talk, okay, put your hands in front of your mouth like this, and you try to say something like pop, pop, or something, words like pepperoni, pepperoni. Feel the air thing when you try to say those words, like welcome guys, pizza, pepperoni, pineapple. Do you notice the P sound, or something like Bob, or something like clear? Do you feel the air thing? Yeah, this is all how it started. Because some of the words that we speak, like the B and the P sound, and something like a K sometimes, there's a lot of a lot of air coming out from your mouth when you say those words. And because how the microphone words is capture, how much it change, because like sound is just a wave with vibration, and then they know the vibration by knowing how air move from one type or one mode to the another, and that's how microphone take it. But the problem with the microphone we are having, even the best mic in the world, even 20-30K, they are working almost the same idea, and that's why when you try to talk without sound, because the microphone can't take so much information when you try to make those things, and the microphone just don't know what to do, so it just like blah, I don't know what's that. You just take it, so it just give you a very annoying popping sound, or the have a P sound, and I'll show you the stand. Okay, this is what happens. Okay, so let's go back. And yeah, mask on. Okay, so yeah, so this is all what happens. Then you have this.
Glad to be back. Like a video of us recording what we sound
And I turn on the back track so I can hear what's going on.
like before they can actually approve
Like an
us,
audition
like,
tape.
Yeah, like an audition tape, yeah. And so we needed like sort of a band name, and I suggested Vina and Friends, but that didn't pass well with Vina.
It sounded like Barney and Friends.
Yeah, so she wasn't having it.
So to me, right, the sound is like the annoying popping sound, and there's a very weird noise. Very weird noise for the very weird noise for like the annoying hissing sound, and the whole sound, and the speaker sounds still right, it's still usable. It's just a bit like a room It sounds more like that room rather than really people talking inside the mic like a podcast. So, but overall the track is usable. So let's fix it. Okay, let's fix it. So let's take the popping sound that we have just then. This part. And I think this is the last effect for gain control for beginners should know. It's called an EQ. Okay, so let's listen back what's going on. And we also boost the volume until we can hear. So something like
Hi, we're good. Yeah, glad to be back.
this. So hear this.
Be back.
Hear that? So the annoying popping sound.
Be back.
Yeah, it's like bumming or hitting something, but she didn't do that. So we need some, like, I do notice something
To
like,
be
when I
back.
hear it, right? It sounds more like it is the popping sound is not like very harsh popping. It's just a lower frequency popping. It's just like pop, like pop. It's not like pop, you know. It's not distracting the whole recording or like interrupt the whole recording. It just making it sounds dirty. So what we can do is we can eliminate sound since it's not a lot, right? So we can use something called an EQ. Okay, for this EQ that I use, it won't be available in Audition. You need to install the effects. But if you use Cakewalk, it will have something identical like this. Or you can use the one in Audition. It's the same thing. It just looks too complex, even to me, that I don't think we should use this. You can use something like 𝐿𝐧𝐬𝐭𝐬. And honestly, you can get the free plugins and then they have the identical result. It's just like I more prefer 𝐿𝐧𝐬𝐿9. Okay. Let me load. Okay, so here we go. So this is the EQ. So for EQ, okay, so just then we talked about is how to, like compressor is the one adjust everything to having the same volume. Limiter is throw out everything is over the volume. But EQ is different. EQ or the equalizer is more like rather than you adjust the whole frequency spectrum, the whole sound you throw to them. EQ allows you to have a dedicated control for individual frequency that you want or the pitch you want. Okay, so let me show you. Just play a bit. So.
Yeah, glad to be back.
So this is a wave. So for this at the back here, it's a waveform, and so it's just showing you what is the signal is going in. Oh, thanks, Daud. Hi, Daud. Okay, so this is here how the waveforms is. Okay, so for the EQ, right? Normally the x-axis or this part. Let me magnify. For the x-axis here, this part, we normally the x-axis normally means the frequency. Okay, so let me show. Yeah. So what I mean is that. So let me show you a fancy function here I have. So this is one control knob. One color means one control knob. And you saw the S button here again. You see, it's a common language. You see, when you don't know, right? For like you can just put it here. You see, solo a limited frequency range surrounding the selected band. It means that you click it and it will just isolate the sound that you want to play just around the placement of the sound. Okay, so let me show you. So this is the one without it. Oh, it takes pictures again. So yeah, you hear the sound, right?
Hi, we're good. Yeah, glad to be back.
And so if you click the S sound, the S thing, the solo thing, let's hear what happens.
Hi, we're good. Yeah, glad to be back.
And notice it. The more I go to the right, the higher pitch it sound or the harsher it is. Let me do it reverse, okay? Going to the left. Got it? Fancy, right? You can get this kind of, there's a free version online going around, but for me, 𝐿𝐧𝐬𝐿 is good enough. You just type best free EQ on YouTube, and then there's all of it jumping up already. Really, that's easy for free EQ. So yeah, you can just going out searching it. Okay. So this is for the x-axis. For the y-axis, it's the same thing as just then, or the same thing in all around the graph here. It means that it's the amplitude or the loudness or the signal or the gain, like how much is the gain or how loud or how soft it is. Okay. So rather than it should it means that there's a limit. Like for this is for the limit in EQ, it really depends on how the EQ works. Some EQ allows you to went very loud, and some EQ say, nah, you only have that much. Figure out what to do. You know what I mean? So for EQ, let me show you what I mean. Let me find the frequency. It's easier. Right here.
Yeah, glad to be back. Hi, we're good. Yeah, glad to be back.
So here is the telephone voice. Listen carefully for this part when we only boosting this.
Hi, we're good. Yeah, glad to be back.
So yeah, her like that sound. Okay. So let's boost it while it's doing loop. I increase it, and then I reduce it, and you can hear the difference.
Hi, we're good. Yeah, glad to be back.
Let me reduce it slowly.
Hi, we're good. Yeah, glad to be back. Hi, we're good. Yeah,
And let me increase again.
glad to be back. Hi,
And reduce it.
hi, we're good. Yeah, glad to be back.
So yeah, so for EQ, this what it does. So what it does is to adjust the certain kind of pitch or the frequency that you want or you don't want. Okay, you do the one that you want or you don't want, and you just throw it in, and you see if you're happy or not. Yeah, so that's how EQ does. To control a certain pitch that let you either boost it, or increase it, or reduce it, or you clear it. Okay, this what it does for EQ. Okay, so let's go back. Okay.
Hi.
Hey, what's good?
Glad to be back.
Are you okay?
So yeah, let's isolate this one again.
Hi, we're good. Yeah, glad to be back.
Shit, it's nearly 9. I just noticed it. Oh my mind. Let me see when is the class gonna end. Oh, it's gonna end in 9. Okay, I'm gonna be quick here. Yeah, but it's almost there already. So yeah, the 9, so
Hi,
it's
we're
like
good.
this.
Yeah, glad to be back.
So the main problem is the popping sound. So what we does is we 117. Let me record that first, just in case it's easier. So for 117, right? We put it back,
Hi, we're good.
And then we isolate the
glad
pop.
to be back.
we calling just play back the popping sound. So hear that, the popping sound that we don't want. So yeah. So yeah, that's the frequency we don't want. So yeah, it's about there. Just put it back. So yeah, just put it like this. Then we put it back.
Glad to be back.
So it's not that dramatic anymore.
Hi, we're good. Yeah, glad to be back.
So yeah, it sounds good to me. So we already clear off the popping sound, all of it. Okay, and next we go for denoise. It's the humming sound. For this one, right, you just click the preset and then hear it. But honestly, right, so the processing focus, it means that the frequency you want to remove or not. It's just basically the same thing as the EQ, but the denoise is more fancier by detecting and then adjust it accordingly. A bit of mixture of compressor and EQ, but compressor and EQ, they just only do their individual job. So I'll just put it back.
Yeah, glad to be back. Recording was in my bedroom, and then she was like, "Why don't we just go
So
with
yeah,
like bedroom sounds?"
to me it sounds cleaner. Like if I put it back originally, this
That didn't pass well with Vina. She was, Yeah, so she wasn't having it, and then because
It's just a bit, but it's still annoying if you put it back.
Vina and friends, but that didn't pass well with Vina. She was, yeah, so she wasn't having it.
So yeah, so this is how the denoise does, and I just put back the compressor and limiter, which is the same thing again. It's the same effect, same idea. You're just putting broadcast and then just put it back.
And then because our first ever recording was in my bedroom, and then
And to me, it's not loud enough if I put it back together like this, with them talking together.
Are you okay? Did you have something?
I'm good, man.
It's okay. It always.
Yeah, this is back.
A video of us recording what we sound like before they can actually approve
Like an
us,
audition
before.
tape.
Yeah, like an audition tape. Yeah.
And I just put the limiter on it.
And so we needed like sort of a band name, and I suggested Vina and Friends, but that didn't pass well with Vina.
It
She
sounded
was
like Barney and Friends.
yeah, so she wasn't having
And to me, yeah, it sounds good to me already.
yeah, like an audition tape. Yeah. And so we needed like sort of a band name, and I suggested Vina and Friends, but that didn't pass well with Vina.
So yeah, to me it sounds good already. And just leave it. And this is the host part, which I think I does the same thing also. It's just putting a compressor. Because honestly, from this point now on, that's how much effects you just need. You just need to know that 3 to 4. You don't need to know too much. The noise generator, the kind of stuff. I mean, normally just these 3, the EQ, the compressor, and limiter is good enough most of the time. So
And you can ask
Same
anybody
thing.
on my team. I was really persistent. I kept telling everyone
so it's quite
that
soft.
this has to be a reoccurring segment. Just because I really stand by the whole
And to me it's good enough, and I just boost it.
notion behind the segment and what it stands for, which is basically just talent, passion, and friends. And that's really what the segment
It's good.
Yeah, glad to be back.
So yeah, so overall, right, to me it sounds good. But do you notice the red thing?
Are you okay?
so
I'm good.
The red thing at the level here? It means that the signal is still overloaded. So when you encounter this again, do it the same thing by putting a limiter, and you adjust the volume accordingly, which in this case I use another limiter. It's called Auto 9. It's the same thing, it's the same idea, it's just the threshold. So the threshold is more like the input, and the ceiling is the maximum output. It's the same thing.
it's okay. It always starts like really awkward in interviews. It's completely fine. But I actually wanted to ask you, why did you decide to form a band? Because I feel like
So yeah, we are done.
I haven't asked you this question before, and I just assumed that you guys were always a band, but I didn't know that it was quite a recent.
So yeah, I think that's it for the broadcast part. Just like this, and I think mostly you are done
band,
already.
right? Since last year?
Just the EQ, the compressor, and the limiter. These 3 is good enough, okay? So let's go to the music part. And this is the music part. It's the same thing basically. I just adjust the volume differently, just all. So let's go back to here. Same thing, we listen first.
I don't wanna die or fade away. I just wanna be someone. I just want.
So to me, first thing, the vocal is very soft. So let me see what I've done previously. So I didn't adjust the volume of the vocal. I just boost it because.
Be someone.
But I do recommend people to do with the instruments first. So let's go for the guitar signal and the mic signal first. So yeah, to me it's like the guitar is a bit noisy, the mic part, but there's a DI, so I just reduce it. It sounds full enough to me, so let's go for the distortion, which is the, oh my god, I'm over time today, oh my mind. Yeah, but this thing is more like it's a noise generator. This one I think I can show you quick. So let's go open an empty file and let's generate a tone. And noise tone. So maybe ear rate, careful. Okay, good. So example here is a tone. And to me it sounds clean. Yeah, it sounds good. But there's one small problem. That is, it's too clean. Weird thing, right? Human loves noise. I don't know why. Even me myself, I love noise. If it's something too clean and too weird, so we use something called a tape generator, and let's put something called a frequency analysis. What is this? This thing is, it will show you how it sounds. So if you only have one tone, it's only doing this. But if we put a tape, it will be like this. And even more. Notice the thing at the back. The thing at the back just then is called harmonics. It means the noise that it generates. Like, because we do have a limited time, but I just let you know that the tape machine is a noise generator, allows to fill up the sound. Okay. But normally tape is like a more musical thing already, so that's why I didn't emphasize it more. But most of the time, to me, right, I remember I added for this because I just want the sound, so I adjust it accordingly and I just boost it. So, yeah. Without it, and then we add it here. Yeah, it's like, it's not down, but it's down a bit of the frequency at the back. There's a sound of it. Okay, so here it is. And to me it's not loud enough, so I just push it. Yeah, I think it's good enough then for the guitar. Okay, and then I put the cajon. Which to me is good enough already. I don't think I need to do much. Which to me is good enough, but you know what? During the time I have a crazy idea is, how about we make it individual, like a radio lifeline is one music, like one instrument, one channel. The one instrument one channel, and another instrument on another channel. Like separated left and right. So how about we do this? Which to me is good enough, because like for music, right, we will do the same thing, but rather than doing the singer part first, we do the instrumental first. It means the instrument is played first. Okay, so we do like that. Reduce the guitar a bit, and yeah, I think it's basically done. And the last one is the same thing, it's just vocals, and I put the equalizer because it's the nasal sound. Without, just do this without, and this with. And then I put the compressor on.
I'll make the starlight circle the room. And if you feel the night is falling, I wanna be.
And I put a limiter because I think you need to boost slightly a bit.
The one you're calling, 'cause I believe that you can lead the way. I just wanna be somebody to someone.
Which to me is good enough.
The one you're calling, 'cause I.
So yeah, and to me I add another mic, it's called ambient mic. It's just a mic that captures the room sound, that's all. So you make it less clean, make it sounds more like a room, you know.
I believe
I mean, they are bedroom sound, you know. But although here it's not a bedroom, but it's still a room.
that you can lead the way. I just wanna be somebody to someone. Oh, I wanna be somebody to someone. Oh, I never had
So yeah, done.
nobody, no road home. I wanna be somebody to someone. And if the sun's upset and the sky goes cold, and if the clouds get heavy.
So yeah, to me it's okay, but I think that we need some improvement, and this is the part we call a mastering. So mixing just then is we do it individual and then we adjust it accordingly. Mastering is do it the whole thing. So we use the tool that we have just then. Okay, we use the tool that we have just then, and rather than we just focus on the individual track, we polish the whole song to make it sound more ready on whatever platform you're setting, like Spotify or whatever, any kind. Okay, so that time I remember I put a tape, which is the noise generator I used just then. So this is the noise generator.
Start to fall, I really need somebody. Call my own, I wanna be.
Wait, okay, do you notice something here? You notice that it's red?
Somebody to someone.
It means that it's already distorted. So I think we need to reduce the volume before we start. If it's distorted, it's not just here. Sorry, in my overtime it's just slightly, but yeah, we're almost there already. Like we already finished 80%. So here is the input now. So this effect rack is like we're calling the effect rack. Hey, reduce the volume first before you put it into effects. So you avoid any cracking. So yeah.
I just wanna be someone.
So it's softer, and we put a tape. Then I put the imager. So the imager is the same thing as a compressor, but rather than so dramatic like compressor, it changed the whole sound. Imager is just slightly boosted to make it sound fakely wide. Yeah, that's the cool trick. Like the imager is just make it sound a bit wider, like, because the whole image, like we are not, when you're planning doing the image, we are not talking about just listening in just the whole thing. But we want to listen like, oh, the guitar's running from my left ear to my right ear, or like, oh, the drums tom is having a drum roll, you know. So for that kind of drum roll, we need something called stereo image. It means that how wide or how much difference the sound changes from left to right from the gear that people have. So in this case, the imager can help us to make it wider, make it more realistic. So
Without a trace, I just wanna be someone.
and this is without,
Well, doesn't everyone?
and this is with.
And if you feel the great dividing, I wanna be.
So normally when we talk about mastering, it's more of the tiny polish. So you might not hear the difference much. But as I say, like this is a beginner class, so I'm not expecting people will notice the difference of the tape and the imager. But if you can listen it, then it's great. I think it's already quite amazing already. Okay, but if you can't, don't worry, it's fine. Learn with the control of compression limiter and EQ. Start with that, and then I think you can start it.
The one you're guiding, 'cause I believe
And to me, it sounds good, but I don't think it's loud enough. So let's put a limiter on it.
that you can lead the way. I just wanna be somebody to someone. Oh, I wanna be somebody to someone.
So and then yeah, so the whole track is basically done. Just adding the same thing again, and just put the limiter again to make it polished.
Oh, I never had nobody, no road home. I wanna be somebody to
So let's open up the whole track, and then we hear, which I'm basically done already, the whole track. So we are basically done. Let me show you the final product a bit, and I think I have a short 5 minutes Q&A and see if you got any questions, and then we're gonna go. So that's a short part.
I think we also realized it's really hard to practice as a band.
Oh yeah, definitely. for
It's so
sure.
hard to find a place to practice.
It's transport as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just like break into a classroom anymore.
Yeah. Oh, whoa.
Okay,
We
don't
didn't
expose
break
us.
into
Whoa,
it.
don't call us out.
We may or may have not done that, but you know.
Okay, well, I think that kind of wraps up our interview. Before we end the interview, though, does any of you want to introduce your cover to our listeners before we play it?
Hey, I'm Vina.
I'm Esther.
I'm Angela,
And we're Bedroom Sounds.
And you're listening to Not FM.
and this is our cover "Someone to You" by The Banners.
Enjoy. I don't wanna die or fade away. I just wanna be someone. I just wanna be someone. Dive and disappear without a trace. I just wanna be someone. Well, doesn't everyone? And if you feel the great dividing, I wanna be the one you're guiding. 'Cause I believe that you can lead the way. I just wanna be somebody to someone. Oh, I wanna be somebody to someone. Oh, I never had nobody, no road home. I wanna be somebody to someone. And if the sun's upset and the sky goes cold, and if the clouds get heavy, start to fall, I really need somebody to call my own. I wanna be somebody to someone, someone to you, someone to you, someone to you, someone to you. I don't even need to change.
I mean, so I think that's it for my part. I mean, I'm finished my workshop, I guess. So yeah, the overall recording is done. So so the workshop is basically done. Okay. So overall, to me, right, what I'm showing here is like the main goal for today's workshop is I give some basic idea as what the software is for, what's the effect it's using for, why we are doing why I'm making a decision during that time, and the overall concept of it. Okay. So overall, to me, right, I'm not expecting that everyone will get what I mean after I teach it, because like it takes quite a while. I play with this more than like 5 to 6 years. So that's why I'm not expecting that you all can learn all of it straight one row, but I hope that at least it let you find that hey, this audio engineering is more like the mixing. The mixing is more like we make sure everything not only sounds good, but it's also show what we hear during the live event, and also what the artist really wants during the time. Which I think I'll just say everything for 30 minutes, all of it in 30 minutes, and artists love it. Artists and the videographer, everyone listening, everyone's just high in the room, just dancing around. You know, what the hell is that? So yeah, that's what the mixing and the mastering is more like a minor polish, a minor acting effect to make sure everything sounds good, I believe. Okay. What's the tool you use? Okay, so the Q&A. So what do you mean like the last tool? Oh, the last tool to make it louder? It's the same thing. It's a limiter. So if we go back, it's the same thing. So what it does is like in the final channel, right? I click the limiter, I put the limiter, and I do the same thing. It's the ozone. If you want to specifically know the name of the effect, it's called ozone 9 vintage limiter. Yeah. So that's the last effect, because I forgot to turn on just then. I noticed it back. But I just turn it back, and yeah, just make it way louder for the sound effects. So yeah, so that's the last tool I use, the last effects. Okay, and any more Q&A you all want to ask? Because I still have some time. If you all want to ask more about it, oh no problem, man. Because like I think limiter is more common, but I mean since the beginner class we don't talk too much about it. So yeah. Thanks, man, Mohan. Oh wait, where's the camera? Oh, there's two here. Yeah, thanks, Mohan, man. Yeah, I try, because really the first workshop I made. I try to make the whole workshop won't be too bored, because like, yeah, the mixing topic is more of the mixed bags, like, but mostly people say sport, but I tried my best to like make sure it's still okay. So second, how do you make sure that all the voices are at the voice target set like 10 dB? That's the tricky part, because like normally when I do it, right, adjust it, right, I don't really have a specific how much I want. Know what I mean? It's like, yeah, like this way, like the problem with normalize. Okay, like when you setting like the 10 dB, right, although we are saying we are about 10 dB, but it doesn't mean that you always hit the 10 dB, because like to me it's like when I adjust it, if I make sure I listen it and say, hey, it's loud enough already and the level seems fine, then I just leave it. I don't have a specific sharp says like, oh, I must be 10 dB. No, I didn't have that. So example here, the limiter which just then draft asked. So it's the same thing. If you look at the plugin, just then we use the hard limiter. So just then the beginner is the hard limiter, which is the default in here. So the maximum amplitude here is actually ceiling or threshold. The input boost is actually the threshold here. It's different. So I don't have really precisely know like do I need to limit like as exactly at 10 dB, but I do know that when I do the ceiling thing, I know at least I must clip it at 0.1, and everything over the 0.1 I don't care. I don't care. The limiter is like that. I don't really care. So it's okay.
To you, someone to you. I don't even need to change the world. I'll make the moon shine just for your view. I'll make the starlight circle the room. And if you feel the night is falling, I wanna be.
Yeah, just like that. I do it live here, by the way. Most of the effects are live. I have some notes, but this is live straight up. So honestly, right, when we talk about exactly how much we boost, right, I don't have really exactly like all the volume, everything must hit at negative 10 dB. I don't have really making it, but I trust the plugin will do all it for me already. If the plugin don't do it well, it will have a red light. But if they ask me like how much I need it, I don't have exactly how much I will need it, but I always listen and I think that, hey, it's good enough already, you just hold it there. So it's more, so that's why I say at the beginning, I say that it's more like a mix. It's like 50% is more like 50% is more like artistic view, like you think that, hey, it's good enough already, I don't think we need to boost so much. So it's just another 50%. Another 50% is technical. It means like, oh, like the thing that you say, 10 dB is good enough, so we just lock it there. We don't put it more or less, we just lock it there. So yeah, that's my opinion, and I think I answer your question, I believe. So yeah, this is SOOP Gaming. I think this is Brian, I guess. Yeah, not sure. That's cool. Okay, thanks. Cool question. I'm happy to answer. And any more questions? Because yeah, if not, right, then I may end it. So sure, no problem. Gotcha. And so, any more questions you all want to ask? Like, yeah, because I don't really mind, honestly. Because like the basic workshop. Oh yeah, by the way, just since the workshop is gonna end anytime, I'm gonna help someone to promote something here, which is will come out with the next workshop. So for those following the DAX NTV or the video department channel, right, then you all should know the NTV live season. So for next week, right, we will have Prodigium, which is the metal band. I don't know how to spell them. Prodigium. Yeah, I don't know how to spell that. Oh my god. Okay, let me show you. Prodigium. they are releasing their. Oh, it's not today. Oh, sad. Okay, sorry. But for Prodigium today, right? I mean, for them, right? They are releasing their demos, music on Spotify. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Prodigium. So they are releasing their demos. I think it's about tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Honestly, they are awesome, man. You all should go and listen, spend some time on it. Honestly, they are really cool. And yeah, they're demo releasing soon. And for next week's workshop, you all have the time to come and then have a look, right? We will have interview them. You invite them to come, and then we will have. Oh yeah, I haven't changed the camera. Sorry, my bad. So yeah, so we will have an interview season with them, asking them how the whole track, how the song was being written, how the song was being played, and how they managed to do it. And I will show you like the whole project file like today, like how everything was mixed and compiled together into one. Okay, so I mean you just came in. I mean next week I hope that you all have the time and support them. Okay, local artists, man, they really need the support, especially in this kind of the CMCO. They really need the help. So please support them. Come go to a Prodigium. Can go to how to find them. You just go to their IG type. Go to IG type Prodigium and then everything was there. Or you can just go follow NTV, NotSnapFam or DAG UNMC. Go there and then look for it. I mean, mostly at the bottom they should have plenty of links, and we do share their posts sometimes if you notice it. Okay. So I believe that's about it. So thanks guys for coming. I'm really happy. Quite happy about it, and I'm gonna go back to finish my work. I got assignment needs to find off. So see ya, man. Okay, see ya. Bye.